Hi folks, how are you doing? This is sjsrana, Surinderjit Singh Rana reporting for September 21st, 2025, and time is about 4 p.m. IST India Standard Time, or which is 1600 hours India Standard Time. And I've got certain things which I have to report from my last, which was on September 16th, and I also uploaded before that. So, continuation to that, we're going to also cover the topic of 3i Atlas, how it's going to fare up, and obviously there's going to be other major celestial events like solar eclipse. So I'm going to cover up briefly, but before I do that, I have other social media accounts and other things which I have to update. Basically, the social causes, which I keep doing it since 2010. I've been constantly reporting. So over here, take a look at some of my sharing of the snapshots which are here, which I've been trying to circulate for humanity, give up some heads up. So on this September, I reported on 19th on this Mother Nature assisting me on cleaning. You can take a look at this very good video CCTV which I have to share based on what Mother Nature does the best. So there's a cleaning, automatic cleaning. You can see our cruise control. So anyways folks, this is basically September 20th. So this is September 20th, time about, you can say, almost 14:54 hours IST India Standard Time. As you can see, I have some issues with my car, and I have to do some sort of cranking up so that it goes up with the right functioning. There is some electronics in the car, which is basically what you call the body control and the electronic control units or modules, and they have some sort of issues, and I'm not sure. Even I have given it to the authorized Suzuki Maruti center over here, and they have not been able to decipher what exactly is the cause. So there is some electronic control unit which maintains the programming, the control, and the computers, which is having some problems. So I have to do some sort of crank up before I can use the car. So as you can see over here, on September 20th, time about 14:55 hours IST India Standard Time. Folks, be very careful. So I'm leaving for some short while, for about 10-15 minutes. As you can see, this road is busy. This rogue chap crossing the road on the other side, barely missed him. This chap was hiding somewhere in the background. The moment I took the car out, he was from the behind, speeding up. So I could have hit him because it was very snappy. He was just like timing on me. I don't know why people over here are timing. Whenever I'm out or I try to take my car out or I'm in, people are timing around here. Some rogue chaps, you can say some trash people, who are basically timing me. Whenever I'm out, they just try to start walking from the neighborhood. Somewhere they come from the blues and they start walking. So I just barely missed him. I could not see on my rear mirror, but he was peeping from behind the moment I took my car out. So you can see at 14:55 hours IST. So this is not very unusual for me. I've seen it every time. Whenever I take my car out or I'm out, people around, somewhere hiding around in the neighborhood or in the bushes, they just sprung up. They just spring out. I don't know what happens with them. Perhaps a deep state agenda, or some sabotaging identity, or some trespassing morons. Because over here, as I indicated in my last video, which is going to be in the tail end of this video, people over here I've seen trespass a lot into my house, and for some reason people are attracted to my house. I don't know why. I even don't get time to come out of my house for 10-15 days, even to open my residence door for 10-15 days in a stretch, and it happens every time. But people around over here somehow get attracted, and they are seen around hiding in the bushes or hiding somewhere around in my neighborhood vicinity, and then when I'm out, they just try to spring up. They just try to sprint around my vicinity. So this is some strange phenomena I've seen many times, and I've indicated in my past videos. You can check on my YouTube videos. So there's obviously, I suspect, trespassing morons, criminals of India, which are basically pouncing on me or doing a surveillance on me 24/7. Obviously, deep state of India does surveillance on saints, ethnic minorities of India. This is no new news because they want to do genocide, oppression, repression of Christian faith people and Sikh faith people in India. It has been happening from 1947, ever since the Punjab, state of Punjab, sovereign state, joined India Union. So India Union has been pouncing on Punjab state people, and specifically the Sikh community people. They have been pouncing on ever since 1947. The Punjab independent sovereign state joined India Union, and somehow they want to subjugate them, oppress them, repress them. Then there was 1984 genocide from India Army. So India Army butchered many innocent Sikhs, ladies, brutally brutalized babies, 2 months old, 7 months old, just like we witnessed in Hamas brutalizing Israel on October 7th. Yes, this cannot be forgotten. On October 7th, the terror of Hamas was unleashed onto the babies of Israel. Females of Israel were raped, gang raped, they were picked up. Similarly, it happened in 1984, where the India Army personnel butchered innocent babies, Sikhs and females openly during 1984 June, July. So that episode is known as genocide of India, but India government, as you know, very powerful. They don't want it to call it as genocide. They want to call it just like small riots. That's India, folks. Zero gold medal Olympics nation, France 2024. This is how they run the deceit, deception, state machinery. Deep state terrorism is everywhere, and they basically surveillance innocent saints 24/7, and the rapists around my neighborhood, rapists, beggars, gangsters around my neighborhood are roaming free, grabbing, hijacking females, raping daily new females, doing grand larceny on sjsrana, Surinderjit Singh Rana, which you can see over here. So the grand larceny has been happening since 2024 openly. The gangsters, the rapists over here are promoted by deep state terrorism of India. The deep state terror of India is always pouncing on Sikh. As you can see, I am a follower of Sikh faith. I am wearing a turban, which is gifted by my guru, and that represents that wearing a turban, you become as a Sikh adherent devotee. If you're not wearing a turban, then people who call Sikh themselves are basically ludicrous, are hypocrites and ludicrous. They want to they just want to associate themselves with Sikh faith, whereas they're not wearing turban or the headgear, which is the turban basically. As you can see, I tie up, and there's unshorn hair which you have to keep, because that's how you follow the practice, the Sikh faith of your gurus. And 10 gurus have ordained to have unshorn hair. But people around over here also I've seen, or everywhere, they call themselves Sikh, associate themselves as Sikh, but they are imposters, impersonators, gangsters, rapists, who don't wear headgear, but they call themselves Sikh. These are comrade people, imposters, rapists, serial rapists, who associate themselves as Sikh to basically befool the world community every day, and they are raping females every day. So these rapists who don't wear headgear, turban, call themselves as Sikh, are nothing more than imposters, impersonators, and these are blatant liars. And you can say the apostles, or they are people who basically are atheists, but they somehow want to wear the sheep sheet or sheep skin, and inside they are wolves. They are rapists, serial rapists, molesters, gang rapists, gangsters, liquor drinking mobsters, intoxicants, or drug peddlers. As you know, India recently has been named by Trump administration, the US administration, as the major transit of drugs. Yep, India is a nation, major transit nation for drugs, illicit drugs, and India is also labeled as a illicit drug producer nation. Yep, it's Make in India, theme of India government, deep state, which always try to brainwash people that Make in India. What they are making is illicit drugs, and they're selling to other countries. They are using India as a transit, and people over here are doing drug peddling every day. And deep state terror of India doesn't want to tell you that. They want to brainwash you as, oh, that community is a terrorist. These religion people are terrorists. Except one main region in India, other all are terrorists. This is what they'll brainwash you day and night. And this is right from 1947. They have a duty to brainwash and to label every other religion as terrorist except one religion in India. They are not terrorists, but everybody else is a terrorist. This is what they will portray every time. So, folks, long story short, I have a lot to tell, but I don't have that much of time. As you can see, I arrived on September 20th. After my short excursion, I had to do some important grocery. As you can see in my hand, I have the grocery. I arrived around 14 hours IST India Standard Time. I'm keeping this journal because there are a lot of deep state terrorists around me, or deep state surveillance, which basically trying to sabotage my identity. Then a lot of imposters, rapists, serial rapist people around my vicinity, imposters, thugs of deep state terror of India, which is always sabotaging my identity. They will say this person doesn't exist. We don't see this person. Whenever I'm out, the devils, the deep state terrorist, the organization always runs away. So the deep state terror of India is always pouncing upon minorities, which is Sikh faith people and Christian faith people. Always keep that in mind. They are anti-Christ, anti-Sikh people, and ever since 1947, India has only one duty, to basically obliterate all other religions except one religion. Before that, Aurangzeb, the emperor, was the ruler. He did the same thing for India, but now there is a change in religion. The other religion is doing the same thing. So as you can see, I'm entering inside my house. I have that small baggage in my hand, which is carrying my grocery, milk, and other things, yogurt, milk, and whatnot. I have to do for 10-15 minutes some grocery, urgent grocery. So I was out, and as you can see, I'm back by 15 hours IST India Standard Time, which is September 20th. I do not get that much of time, but whenever I'm out, you can see I am out, and the terrorists around here, the deep state terrorists, the sabotaging rapists, serial rapist people around. So as you can see, people over here, India have a DNA of trespassing. You can see some morons, some idiot morons who over here you can see parking bike in front of my front yard, blocking my doorway, my gateway. These are morons, criminals. You can say the retarded, racist, hate criminals of India, belong to one religion of India, and the only thing they have in mind is hate criminals. And you can see, like a criminal, they basically parked their bike in front of my main gate, blocking my entrance. And this is on September 20th, and you can see in the morning time 6:50 hours IST. So 0650 hours IST, and this guy who has parked the bike in front of my house has gone to deliver a milk to somewhere else. He could have parked his bike somewhere else. Why he has to specifically park in front of my doorway, I was not aware, because I was maybe meditating or sleeping, I don't know. But at that time, my CCTV caught this. It took this snap of this video, and this guy, you can see two guys. Perhaps they are gay, because many people in India are gay. Lesbian people are much in population. Almost 400 million population of India are gay and lesbians. And you can see two ladies, females walking together. They are most likely lesbians. Two males walking together, two or three more males walking together or together, are mostly gay. Gay population in India is almost 500 million folks. Total 1.5 billion population, but whenever you see two guys around, they are most likely gays. And when they are always together, they are most likely gay. I don't know about them. I have no idea who they are, but most likely in India, 500 million people are gay and lesbians. So whenever you see two people around, two people together, or more than two males together, then most likely they are gay. And when you see two or more females together, most likely they are lesbians. And a single alone person, you can call them either a saint, or you can say isolated person, or maybe something where the deep state is trying to target that person, so that that person stays alone, because that person may be a saint trying to expose India deep state terror and their hate criminals, hate mongers mindset agenda. So the deep state is surveillancing them 24/7. As I told you before, deep state of India is a terror organization which basically uses military grade EM weapons on Sikh faith people and Christian faith people. Openly they are using military grade weapons, and they are shameless people. That's why they could score 0 gold medal in France Olympic 2024. That's the reason, because of deep state terror promoting the hate criminals, the racist agenda of India, the political right wing, which is ruling right now in India as of 2025, the political right wing, and they're supporting the racist, fascist India agenda, and they want only one religion to rule, just like Aurangzeb wanted one religion to rule. So okay folks, I'm sharing my cell phone. You can see my cell phone snapshot inside, where I'm just trying to share this because at different timings, which you can see on top left, the different timings, I'm taking this snapshot and sharing. On top right, you can see the bars, my networking. I'm using cellular networking of Airtel, and over here I also use Reliance networking, as you know my number, 707-335-7947 for Airtel. And as you can see, every time I'm seeing here that the reception or the network for my cell phone towers are too low. They're all usually 1 or 2 bars and out of 5 bars, which is basically, you can say, very low decibels. Perhaps it's like 1 or 2 bar is just like hardly trying to do a networking, properly networking. So I'm facing a lot of this issue for last 4 or 5 days, that I'm unable to get the right network, even though the India purports that they have 5G. 5G should give you easily 4 or 5 megabytes per second, but I'm hardly getting sometimes 400k or 0.7k or zero point 0.8 megabytes per second. So folks, different topics I'm covering. You can see anti-immigrants march is everywhere in the world, and there's a bizarre murder of US woman traveled to the Ludhiana state, where she was murdered by a Ludhiana man, which is in Punjab. Punjab, Ludhiana, Chandigarh and Jalandhar. These cities are known as gangsters, rapist and beggar city. People from Punjab, city of Ludhiana and Jalandhar are world popular as rapists, beggars and they're gangsters. So people are spreading out from Ludhiana and Jalandhar and Chandigarh city of Punjab towards India, which are mostly known as gangsters, rapists and serial rapists and beggars. They have a tendency to beg. They are rapists, serial rapist people, and they are also gangsters. So be aware when you meet people from Ludhiana, Chandigarh and Jalandhar. Most likely they're spreading out because they are known as gangsters. A lot of gangster activities in Ludhiana, city of Punjab, and Chandigarh and basically Jalandhar are very popular for gangsters, rapists, beggars, and you can say trespassing morons. They are trespassing morons in their DNA. So people be very aware. Already this highlighted the news event which is happening 2, 3, 4 days, that a Ludhiana man, 73 years old, brutally murdered the US woman who came to visit her for the first time, falling in love over the net. So whenever you're meeting these people from Punjab city of Ludhiana, Jalandhar and Chandigarh, be very careful. These people mostly are seen as gangsters. They are killers, murderers, serial rapists, child molesters. They are basically trespassing moron criminals of India. Punjab is the #1 state in India for drug transit, as a drug transit, and where a lot of drug transits happen in Punjab, which is a state of India. It is already the highest liquor drinking state of India. People of Punjab are famous as liquor drinkers, and people of Punjab are also known for drunk driving. Whenever you find people, the criminals, the rapists from Ludhiana, city of Punjab, Chandigarh and Jalandhar, you can be very sure these drunkards or these liquor drinking people are doing drunk driving. They are also, many of them are known as serial rapists. Very popular cities of Punjab. So it's well known to people in Punjab, but in India they're basically coming to know that criminals, rapists from Punjab, Ludhiana city, Chandigarh and Jalandhar are world popular. So folks, I'm covering all other different details, as you can see on my One WordPress. Also, recently the US has labeled India as the illicit drug transit hub for Asia and for the world. Illicit drug manufacturing make in India. So I've covered this whole topic. You can always view on my snapshot and always see on my onewordpress.wordpress.com, which I've been maintaining since 2010. Also, I've been maintaining a site, basically my profile in beforeitsnews.com since 2010. consistently writing for human rights, for human efforts, and for social causes, alerting on what is coming ahead of time. Already predicted in June 2024 for hashtag MAY 2025 END, which is end times. So you can see much upheavals from major earthquakes, from India-Pakistan war, for Russia-Ukraine war escalating, for Israel war escalating with Hamas, and a lot of these things have been happening apart from major interstellar objects which are basically transiting through Earth or through our solar system, which is also occurring after hashtag MAY 2025 END. This was predicted by sjsrana, Surinderjit Singh Rana. As you can see, I'm consistently reporting all these social causes. Also over here, which I'm alerting since 2023, that over here, raping of females, raping of minor girls, trespassing morons around my vicinity. My villa is 77 Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India. And as you can see, people over here have been consistently raping females, minor girls. The rapists from all the different states are coming over here, gathering at Galaxy Enclave, taking temporary transit or temporary residence for some time. They are from other state. They come here and they rape females, minor girls openly. They're doing grand larceny on sjsrana. Shipments, the whole containment has been stolen by these people, and basically deep state terrorists are supporting them. That's why they are raping females every day, hijacking and raping females. They have their own rule set, how to rape a female, how to hijack a female. And the whole association over here of gangsters, mobsters and rapists are basically promoted by India government under the deep state terror to rape females, to subjugate, enslave females and rape them at will. So this, when the female enters this whole area, the mobsters over here, the rapists and the gangster association, which I'm never part of, you will never see myself with them, and they are one community. I'm single person alone. So they mobsters hijack female, terrorize them overnight, and then ask them to get raped, either by them or their associates. They'll give few options, and then if they're not, then they'll pass to the deep state terrorist, who will terrorize them, throw them to the jail, and give them to the corrupted cops, who will basically take them. The cop will take them and say, okay, now you have to sit in our police station. The female, innocent female who comes here for a visit, will be taken by a cop here, like a hijacking, and will be terrorized in the police station. That if you don't get raped by us or our associates, then hell will break loose on you. So either get raped or basically we can murder you. So two options are given, just like Aurangzeb rule, which was doing the same thing for India, major religion Hindus. They were terrorizing the female. Same thing is happening right now since 1947 in India. Prior it was Aurangzeb rule, the Mughal emperor. Now it's the right wing of other religion which are doing the same thing. So there's no change. Aurangzeb did the same thing, and this new India, 1947 India, is doing the same thing. There's no change. It's basically you can say the change of colors, from red to blue, or from saffron to green, or green to saffron. Only change of color has happened, but the terrorizing, raping, and converting them, threatening the minorities are same. India remains as a most terrorist nation on the world, where basically religious operation takes place. Before it was Aurangzeb, now New India 1947 is its other terrorist group. So the terrorists are basically ruling every time. They are oppressing innocents and minority communities, Christian faith people, and India remains same as a terror unit for religious people. So anyways, folks, the Trump administration has taken a deep stance on basically the US workers being replaced by cheap labor from other world countries, third world countries like India, perhaps China, Indonesia, Malaysia. So they don't want the US workers to be replaced by cheap labor. So the H1B, which is a visa being used for replacing US worker, is now being challenged, and a crackdown is occurring from Trump administration, which has levied $100,000 or 100K US dollar visa fee for H1B people, because they are basically replacing the US workers, which Trump administration doesn't want. Joe Biden was a sleepy Joe who had for 4 years ripped the country, the US, and the H1B was abused. As you can see, the borders were abused. A lot of illegal migrants were entering from India, from Indonesia, from Malaysia, from Mexico. Other cartel groups from Venezuela were infiltrating the US. But after Trump, 47th president, the border has been sealed. Tom Homan has taken it seriously. Bondi, the AG Bondi has taken it seriously. Press Secretary Carolina has taken it seriously, and they have sealed the borders. CBP, DHS, and ICE has been doing commendable job. I basically salute ICE. I salute DHS and CBP of US for doing a magnificent job in sealing the borders, protecting the borders, making the US safe again. And this is why the country is safe now, much safer than last 4 years under the Joe Biden administration, because the illegal migrants were just dropping in, and the US is doing it now, but the Europe, Ireland, UK, Netherlands, they're all anti-immigrants now. Australia has turned anti-immigrants. They know how they are replacing their culture, their values, their ethics by low moral people or corrupt people or deceptive people, especially from India. So if people are traveling from India, be very careful. India is number one human trafficking nation, which basically exploits and pushes the human trafficking towards other countries. India is number one for that, and people from India are number one liars, deceitful people, deceptive people. They don't have any moral and ethical standard, most of them. So I keep repeating this part. Every 8 out of 10 India population is downright corrupt, mostly morally, ethically bankrupt, pathological liars. Always remember, people from India are pathological liars. They have a DNA of lying. If you analyze DNA of India, you'll find they have in their DNA of lying. They will just lie about anything, about their father, their mother, their relationship, their wife, who they are raping. They lie. They have in their DNA. India DNA mostly is composed of lying people. Corruption is also there. Corruption in police department is also very popular in India. It's very popular that the cops of India are corrupt because they have a tendency in their DNA to lie. They lie just about anything. And with corruption, you can have anything done in India. So anyway, folks, Trump is doing a magnificent job over here. So over here, we take a look at the India GDP growth. You can see the stellar growth of India GDP based on devaluation of their currency rupee. Yep, the India rupee currency is devaluating just like anything. It's eroding its values. So for every dollar, they get more rupees, and that's how they punch in the GDP numbers, because they're devaluating their India rupees. So for the same dollar which they do work 10 years before, will now be known as having a 15% or 20% boost in the GDP. Yep. So this is the secret of India government, deep state terrorists of India government. They don't tell you, but I'm telling you upfront that because I've worked in financial companies like AIG, I worked in Los Angeles with AIG, which is American International Group, for almost 7 years in Los Angeles. I was employed there. And I tell you, I've worked for many financial companies. Prior to that, I worked for Bank of Punjab, private company in India, 1995. And now it's turned to HDFC, was acquired by HDFC. So I have very acute finance knowledge. So this is how they're cranking up their GDP India, by devaluating the rupees against the dollar, US dollar. Okay, folks, the anomalies continues. The shield of the earth grows weaker and weaker. And as you can see over the South America, it's basically growing up in the hole. So this magnetic anomaly is growing up, the magnetic field of the earth, which may flip very soon, because my end time prediction has already been given to you since. Hi folks, how are you doing? This is sjsrana, Surinderjit Singh Rana, reporting for September 16th, 2025. Time about 5:30 p.m. IST, India Standard Time, or it's 17:30 hours IST, it's India Standard Time. As you can see, we're taking a look at the sun, and a lot of things I've got to cover here. This has been my very long gap video uploaded on YouTube. After May 22nd, 23rd, I uploaded last on my YouTube channel sjsrana, as you're aware, and it has been almost 3 months and over with a gap. I've got a lot of other things to cover, because I was covering on my X profile, x.com slash sjsrana1. You can always connect to that. And I've got a lot of things to unravel here. The mysterious object traversing through our solar system, 3i Atlas, and much more, and the Mother Nature wrath ongoing, and the upheavals which are about to be seen ahead. As you know, I always pre-warn humanity as my duty. I've been doing it for past 10 years constantly, but many times I face challenges from the deep state, especially the India deep state, which challenges me to bring me down or to snub me or to have a gag order over me. But as you know, for last 10 plus years they have not succeeded as they planned. You can say it's the hand of providence, or it's the world leadership and community endorsing me and my work for humanity. So this is my X profile, x.com slash sjsrana1. As you can see, my snap on top left over here and all my details. Yeah, of course, I'm trying to give a boost to non-alcoholic lifestyle people. And as you can see on top of my post on X, I have this promotion on sober people culture. I myself believe, and have never taken liquor, drugs, or any intoxicants in my entire life. I'm over 52 years old now, but as you can see, no sex, no devils, no lies, no friends, no association, only God and cats in my life, and never taken intoxicants of any sort in my entire life, and that's what I'm promoting all the time. So anyways, switching back to our main topic, which I'm focusing quietly, silently. I have not been discussing this topic to you at all, but I guess the inquisitiveness of people around the world is growing, and somehow the intelligent beings have to come with some answer to basically pacify them with the fear or the panic they're getting gripped into by various fake news channels, or those warmongers or whatnot. As you can see, 3i Atlas has entered our solar system. It was first observed sometime in May-June, as I predicted. Hashtag MAY 2025 and END. And times I predicted in July 2024 for hashtag MAY 2025 END and times. And these times are indicative of what is about to occur in 2025. I already promised on my earlier YouTube videos and my sessions that we are going to have some close contact with interstellar objects and alien technology, or alien beings, ET, what we know as. A lot of these things are hidden, secretive, and can't divulge much here. I'm also under some pressure and some interstellar or cosmic alignment which I have to cover up. I cannot say much over here, but I'll try to give you some glimpses and what's hidden beneath the surface. A lot of questions are basically slamming around, whether it's an alien technology or alien spaceship, or it's you can say surveillance from alien beings sent onto solar system or Earth specifically, because humanity lives on Earth, as we know, from millennia, and we are continuing to find extraterrestrial ETs or the alien beings onto other planets or solar system or other objects around the space. And we have found something, but not credible enough so that we can make a link. But there is something very bizarre going with this 3i Atlas, which is mostly NASA has alerted again and again. This seems to be some interstellar visitor, and earlier it was mentioned as comet. Many times people said comet. I was observing them. I was silent. I was fully aware what this thing is all about. So I wanted people to say, because every time I give you indication, heads up first, and people around my neighborhood, especially in India, imposters, impersonators, grab all this information and they sell it under their brand name. And they start grabbing bounties and whatnot, and they're raping females here and there. That's how India prostitution empire is growing day by day. Because of these impersonators, imposters around me, around my neighborhood, wherever I go, just like this 3i Atlas system is carrying its own influence or its own masses around its magnetic field. And this is how it happens with some strange or heavenly body, that there are a lot of other things which try to attach like a magnet, but they are imposters, impersonators, especially in India. So I keep warning you all the time. I've been reporting for last over 10 years, since 2010, on my one wordpress.wordpress.com, and on my beforeitsnews.com. Search by sjsrana, you will find my post there. That was way back in 2010. Nobody can compare or compete or even give the glimpses that they were the original people. But this is how India goes. They try to grab the opportunity to become imposters, impersonators, and people over here, as I keep repeating all the time, especially for India, every 8 out of 10 India population is downright corrupt, mostly morally, ethically bankrupt, pathological liars with exceptional hate crimes against humanity, truth-tellers, and sjsrana original personality Surinderjit Singh Rana, as I'm speaking with you. And this has been certified again and again with France Olympics 2024, where these every 8 out of 10 India population downright corrupt was able to score 0 gold medals. With 1.7 billion population, over 900 million males of India could not score even a single gold medal in France 2024 Olympics. It is a world stage game, and as you can understand, what they're doing beneath the surface or behind the divinity of M.K. Gandhi, as the nation is known as M.K. Gandhi Divine Nation, but you know what the deeds are entirely different, diametrically opposite. And that's what I'm enlightening people all around, that don't buy snake's oil, which India is trying to sell to people. Don't buy snake's oil. Try to validate, trust but validate. And again, for India, you have to validate 10 times, because 9 out of 10 times it's going to be impersonators, imposters, fake news, deceit, deception, and deep state agenda of India is too much powerful. You won't even have the idea. Okay, so I'll come back to my topic, which I'm covering through Atlas. It's the prime objective I'm covering after 3-4 months of silence. I was trying to just do my meditation, my spiritual practice. As you're aware, my 90% of my daily time chores is on meditation, spiritual practice. I don't interact with lot many people, as I've given you on my X profile. You can see I have no friends, no association. I have no association at all, by myself, and as you can see, I already clearly gave you the indications that I am doing the non-alcoholic campaign and no sex consistently for last 7+ years. Yes, I had no sex for last 7+ years, not just because I'm not physically fit, just because in India I don't find people or females who can be trusted. I don't interact with males, but I do interact with females, but I find they're not to be trusted. Even if they are to be trusted, then they have their gang members or family members who are like gang, who behave like gang members, and they basically pounce upon saint or innocent people, because it's very rare thing to find a saintly person in India who is basically following the path of truth. They're following the path of uh, uh, the ethical moral path. It's very rare to find in India, because every 8 out of 10 India population is downright corrupt, mostly morally, ethically bankrupt, pathological liars. Yep, pathological liars, folks. In India, people will speak lie just about anything and just about for anyone. Lying is in the DNA of India. Lying, deceit, deception is in the DNA of India. Mark my words. And you'll come to know once you have that advanced technology to do DNA analysis on people who are lying. Which nation is lying the most, and their community and their population? It'll be India. That's why in France 2024, 1.7 billion population India won 0 gold medals. 900 males of India won 0 gold medal in France Olympic 2024, because in their DNA they have tendency to lie, to deceit, deception. But in Olympics, deceit, deception and lie doesn't win you a gold medal. It's quite obvious. That's why America, the US, won the maximum gold medals, followed by China. Even Japan, Japan was much higher in gold medals. Australia, UK. Name those smaller countries which may not have population more than 200 million or 100 million scored much more gold medals than India with 1.7 billion population. Now you can ask me what these people are good for. What these people of India 1.7 billion population is good for. That's something I'll leave it on to you. It's a satirical laugh, as you are aware, but you know the answers very well. What these people are good for: communal violence, hate crimes against saints, against sjsrana. What these people are good for? If they can produce a single gold medal in France Olympic 2024 with 1.7 billion population, and they compare with China. China also has 1.5 billion population, but they are second in the list in France gold medal tally. France Olympics 2024. So this performance, actions, stamina and strength of India is world popular now. It's world popular. The males of India have different kind of strength, performance strength, that doesn't win a single gold medal in Olympics, but they win gold medals in bedroom, washroom, houses of India over their females. Yep, there is a special gold medal delivered by India government to the males of India for their performance, action, stamina in bedroom, washrooms of India over their females. Yeah, special gold medal given by India government. Yep, this is the daily Olympics in India. Performance, stamina, strength, action over their females in bedrooms and washrooms of India houses. Okay, folks, enough of deep state India, terror or terrorism of deep state India, which wants the females of India, over 700 females of India, to become or act like prostitutes and to be delivered door to door service, which is what deep state of India wants, to be treated all the females of India as object of gratification desire and sexual carnic desires of India males. 800 million India males, Olympics performance daily in bedroom, washroom, hotels of India. This is what India government wants, that all the females should become like an object, sexual object for the abusers, deep state terror abusers, who wants female to act like prostitutes, to be delivered daily at doorsteps. So it's a door-to-door service. That's how India GDP will grow. That's the claim of India government, secretly. And the shadow government of India is doing it day and night for past 8-9 years. They're delivering prostitutes, converting India females into a prostitute, and they're teaching them daily how to become a perfect prostitute for India deep state terror. Because the terror unit needs some food. They need to have something to run. The fuel is the prostitution of India. This is the fuel is given to India deep state. Otherwise, India deep state will collapse. If the fuel of prostitution, of sex trafficking is not delivered door to door for India patriots, deep state terror units, it's impossible. They will collapse. The same day they will collapse. So India government is well aware how to feed or to fuel India deep state terror units, who are going to circulate fake information, misleading information. They are going to doctor the information of saints, innocents in India, specifically for Christian faith people or Sikh faith people, and they're going to sell it to the world as a snake oil. That's the unit of deep state terror of India. Everywhere present, surveillance 24/7, surveillance 24/7, innocents and saints of India. Even their bedroom washrooms are surveillance by deep state terror of India. Even when they know they're living alone, they're living a life of monk, still they want to do a surveillance day and night. They're using military grade EM weapons. Yep, I have debunked them many times in past, and you have been aware. The Intel I7 is aware that how sjsrana is being targeted by India deep state by military grade EM weapons. Now they've stopped for 3 months as there's been a truce reached by Trump and the Putin organization. Putin and Trump together has pressured India deep state terror unit not to use EM weapons on sjsrana, Surinderjit Singh Rana, as I'm telling you. So they have pressured them, and they say, we are watching you from sky. We're watching you from everywhere. The moment you turn on the military grade EM weapon on saints and innocents, especially the Christian faith people in India, Putin is going to become very angry and enraged with India. Putin has already given the ultimatum, even though Putin is a good friend of the India leadership, and Putin is favoring India a lot, giving the advanced technology of military grade weapons. But it has alerted India and warned India not to use military grade EM weapons or such technologies against Christian faith people in India, and leave Christian faith people alone. And I thank Putin and Trump for their efforts, that they are sparing, they are basically working for upliftment of Christian faith people in India. They are being oppressed, repressed, suppressed, surveillanced, and somehow the hate criminals in India wants to basically terrorize the Christian faith people in India. It's a known fact. UN knows about it. USCIRF, which is an organization in US, has been alerting again and again. The 2025 HR report, Human Rights Report on India is very bad. It's a dismal report from largest democracy on the world. India claims to be a largest democracy in the world, but the human rights abuses violation reports of 2025 from USCIRF and USA and Department of Justice is a dismal on India. Dismal report that they are doing a lot of violations, lot of abuses, lot of hidden agendas. They are supporting the mob mentality of racist India. Yep, the mob mentality is being promoted by shadow government of India. Yep, it's all been done behind the scene. So, okay, I'm going to switch back to the main topic, 3i Atlas. People have been speculating all around, all over the world. I've been quietly listening, surveilling them all around, and because I don't want to divulge the information upfront, because my information will be spread across like wildfire, and especially the imposters, impersonators, deep state India will try to sell it under their brand name, because only very few people know the real fact of this 3i Atlas interstellar object. What is it all about? What is the ball game? I predicted way before in July 2024, hashtag MAY 2025 end times begin. But people would not believe me. I predicted in July 2019 that hashtag MAY 2020 WW3, World War III like situation will begin from 2020 onwards. And you know, COVID-19 pandemic pathogens were all across the globe, and maximum fatalities were seen just like in World War. But the World War has actually begun with the pathogen, which is in 2020, and I predicted this in July 2024. My then known Twitter account, which is under twitter.com/sjsrana, was stricken down by the mafia of Twitter. And the Twitter mafia, in after taking down in October 2019 my Twitter account as sjsrana handle, was themselves hiding under the table by hashtag MAY 2020 WW3 time, which was again pathogens all around. So this whole mafia of Twitter was hiding under the table, covering with the masks. They were disappearing into their homes, under the bedroom, or under their partner, wife or female, under their whatever, their clothes. They were hanging around. They were trying to hide themselves. This is how the mafia, social media mafia, can strike you down if you are a truth teller, and they don't believe you because you are one in million who's saying something against the tide. So they want to basically backlash you. Specifically, I've seen again and again by Deep State India, which is trying to stump me down, is trying to do a gag order over me, or even trying to hijack my incoming mails, WhatsApp messages, messengers, or phone calls on my phone, which I published all the time on my social media site. They have been trying to basically oppress me or suppress me or repress me, because I also belong to ethnic minority in India. So specifically, as you are aware, India has been doing a crackdown on Christian faith people and Sikh faith people in India. The deep state is always after them. They want these people, which is on the Christian faith or Sikh faith people, to be snubbed, to be put under gag order. It's like they've already declared them as terrorists or invaders. This is how India racism or fascism is exposed every day. So this is no new news to people who are belong to Christian faith in India, who are suffering the oppression, repression, suppression, and racism, fascism of India. India is the largest or the maximum known nation with communal violence. Ever since inception, 1947, India was coined by British rule or UK rule. India became the largest and the most horrific violence-oriented state in the world with maximum number of communal violence. It's all because of racism. India has the largest population of hate criminals in the world. So these are all facts, folks. India government will never tell you what they are hiding because they want to hide these facts, but they want to sell you snake oil. And that's how they're trying to basically grab Trump administration for past 2 years. But Trump has been smart enough, intelligent to dodge their attempts every time, like a cat who snaps on a snake of India, like a cobra. India cobra is trying to bite on Trump administration for past 2 years, but it has failed miserably. And Trump administration has become like a super cat who's trying to dodge this cobra of India, the deep state of India. It's like a cobra who wants to venomate, try to put their venom, the hate criminal venom on. So this 3-eye Atlas, the object, interstellar object, which you are observing by end of this year, November, December, to be very precise, on the Christmas day of December 2025, it's going to have close approach to Earth. Is it a surprise or is it a gift for the heavenly kingdom come from Christ? Christ still remains the king of the world, folks. Christ is still the king of Earth, planet Earth. It's no surprise they are getting these interstellar objects just to remind the Earth, the planet Earth belongs to Christ. Yep, even though I am not following as a guru of Christ, Jesus Christ, but I am always following Jesus Christ on the principle, on what he said and what he wanted people to do on earth, because he still remains the king on planet. He is undisputed king of the world. So folks, on 21st or 22nd of December 2025, we're going to see this 3-eye Atlas heavenly object come close encounter with planet Earth, doing a surveillance, doing a lot of other things which I'm not going to divulge here. It's a magnetic sphere, it's a magnetic object, it's releasing gases which are unknown to humankind. Yep, these gases released, the object itself is unknown, the materials are unknown. A lot of these facts I know, I'm fully aware, but I'm not going to divulge it to you because impersonators, thugs in India, deep state terror in India will take up all this information and sell it under their brand name. It's called snake oil selling from India. So I want to just give you that glimpse, and perhaps I'll cover in next chapter what it's going to do. But all I can tell you that by the end of this month, September, we're going to see bizarre effects on sun. Sun is going to unleash the solar maximum, the solar what you call CMEs, coronal ejections, whatnot is going to be. It's going to activate sun by the last week of this month, September 2025. Mark my words. I will not divulge all the information because India deep state terror will hijack all my communication and whatever I say, and they'll sell it under their brand. So moving on from 3-eye Atlas and its other bodies, at least 3 or 4 which is alongside with it. It's like a spiral, and with its own magnetic influence. It's got electromagnetic sphere, it's got electromagnetic alliance, and this is why I always refer the whole cosmos universe as electromagnetic. And this is one example, classic example of interstellar object visiting Earth. It's not a comet, folks. Those people who have been telling you it's a comet are all fake people, or they are blindsided, they have no information, they don't know, but they want to speak. For past 3-4 months I was listening to them. I gave my prediction hashtag MAY 2025 END end times, and I wanted them to speak first because they're always on the mic first. They never ask the original personality or what is this all about. And India deep state terror will always hijack me, sabotage my identity because they don't want the world to know who is sjsrana, what is all about, what his thinking is, what his thoughts are, and what he's giving to humanity. They want to block it. It's like, I don't want to say not exactly, but it's like Antichrist. They are behaving like Antichrist. They fear the kingdom of Christ. Yep, deep state terror of India is also racist, heavily racist. They are run by far right racist groups, which you know is leading the whole India pack. Folks, anywhere where you find hate crimes, hate criminals, any nation, any organization, any state, it's a terror to humanity. People should follow the humanity, not hate crimes. People should follow peace, not warmongers. But irony is that we are living in the world under threat of warmongers. So Trump wants Russia, Putin, to have peace with Ukraine. But you know what is going on. Despite he invited him to Alaska, you know what went on. Despite Putin wants to acquire more territories, Ukraine doesn't want it. There is no peace still. And India has one role to play, is to fuel the war machine of Russia, Putin. Yep, it's fueling it. It's buying all the oil, all the war technologies in discounted price. It wants advanced military technology from Russia and duplicate it in India. It's like a copycat. So Russia, Putin is giving a lot of good technologies to India and upgrading India with oil infrastructure and whatnot. But Trump has a statement to say, and all the Senate of the US, the lower house, the upper house, that it's the blood money. India is playing the blood money of Russia war machine. What else can you say? If you say there is no deep state terror in India, then you must be a clown. You must be a clown, or you must have come from outer space. You don't belong to Earth. So coming back to this topic, that Trump wants India to come on table, and India is now begging Trump administration on its tariff terror, which it has been doing for many decades, ripping the US citizens and the US admin with high tariffs from India. Now India is coming onto the table. It's thanks to Trump administrations that is trying to negotiate with India that I will levy 100% tariff tax on you if you don't start behaving. Don't start acting up like a small child. So India has now realized that it cannot do its monkey business with the Trump administration. It was doing monkey business with Biden administration. Biden was known as Sleepy Joe. He had no clue how India was ripping the US, how it was infiltrating its illegal migrants into the US under Biden administration. But Trump is a different personality altogether, folks. You have to understand Trump, his lion category, his Sigma status, Sigma male status, and a lion category, that he doesn't bow down. He creates the pressure onto the world. It's a born leader. That's why I praise and bless Trump all the time. But again, India is trying to somehow malign Trump to bring him back to India for a visit. And I've warned Trump that not to visit India. Last time he visited India, he lost his 46th presidentship. Only after much prayers and much forgiveness from higher beings that he got 47th president of the US. But he should not visit India, because the witchcraft of India is much more powerful than you can ever think. They are running the witchcraft machine as a deep state terror. It's day and night witchcraft. And Trump visiting India in Quad Summit will be the biggest blunder of Trump. I just giving the heads up, and what's going to come next will be told to you, because I don't want to divulge everything now. Otherwise, deep state terror of India will block all my accounts, will put in gag order, and will try to do a clampdown on my whatever I say, my speech, my free speech. It's not a hate crime, but it's enlightenment to the world, which India doesn't want. India, racist deep state terror, wants that only one religion in India should shine. Rest all other religions like Christian and Sikh should become subservient or become servant to them. They should become like servants. That's what India wants, the racist India. That's the uniqueness of this racist India and the technology. They're using AI, they're using everything with racism, and that's a problem. That's the problem, folks. Any nation that does racism, fascism, and does what you call discrimination on racial basis, it's like antichrist. So, folks, a lot many things I'll disclose. I'll give you further, but you can take a glimpse. I'm giving all my information to you on this snaps, little bit tidbits I'm sharing with you, so you are aware the original personality and those imposters, impersonators from India, or who are doing all this sort of different tactics to blemish the image of saints in India, specifically of Christian faith and Sikh faith people, labeling them as terrorists or as a threat to humanity, whatnot. They can do anything because they got 800, 900 million mouths speaking for them. At least 700, 800. On the other note, just to remind you what goes on in India, as you can surveillance from sky, from the drones, that the traffic violations in India is way too beyond. It's basically exploding, and people don't care about the traffic laws or the generic laws. How they drive the car or how they drive the vehicle is totally insane. And the drunk driving in India is way above at least the lowest standards in the UN. The drunk drivers in India are way too high. They openly bribe the cops of India, which are the most corruptible cops of India, can easily be bribed, and they can do drunk driving. They can be on drugs and keep driving their vehicles, car, and crash on people. Recent incident of a car, BMW car, crashing onto a biker, has enlightened India, has provoked India that how the rash driving, reckless driving is basically killing people in India with accidents, violating the traffic rules, laws, and basic bylaws. And as you can see, a senior financial officer of India government was killed, and his wife, traveling on the bike, was severely injured. And this is a tragic incident, no doubt about it, but it's an eye-opener that India traffic laws, people don't care, people don't follow, neither do the cops. They don't arrest those people who are drunk driving because they bribe them openly. The cops of India are most easily bribed and the most corrupted cops in the world. Anybody can pay $1,000 and write India cops a fake fabricated report or false case or FIR on innocent saints. Even a POSCO case, a fake false POSCO case, a rape case, can be put on innocent saint if you bribe cops with $1,000. Yep, that's how the India cops are. I will give you proof if you need to know. If you want the proofs, I have all the proofs. That with $1,000 bribing a cop, they can write a POSCO case, a case of raping a minor on innocent saint. Even though that saint wasn't present at that location or is not present, they don't care. They can simply lodge a case, a false and a fake POSCO case on innocent saint, and even befool the courts of India. And courts of India are easily befooled by the cops of India who are corruptible. So courts and cops have a nexus to go when they file a fake and fabricated major case, criminal case, and the cops are let go just like that. It's like a fun to courts. Courts say, oh, this is a fun for us. It's like a clown show. It's like a circus where you bring up a POSCO case, a case of raping a minor, and you blame on innocent saints, and you are given the promotion in cops, in the police department. You're given promotion just for bringing up false and fake cases on innocent saints. That's how courts and cops of India work together in tandem. Cops don't care, and courts doesn't they say we don't care whether you bring a false case or a right case or a genuine case. We don't care. We'll give you promotion anyways. You can keep bringing fake POSCO cases and you will get promotion. And so, okay, folks, covering these major topics. These are my latest sharing on WordPress.com. As you can see on screenshot, India traffic violations, reckless driving, drunk driving, killing India government senior officials. Real estate of sex trafficking abstinent victims, females vows justice, set to release client list, unofficial. India vows massive door-to-door prostitution, sex delivery service for blood money, HR abuses for maximum GDP growth empire. Trump winning battles home and abroad, and much more. you can always visit my topic, my website running since 2010, oneworldpress.wordpress.com. Always be aware of India imposters, impersonators, deep state trying to sabotage this website, my identity, which is, as you can see over here, Surinderjit Singh Rana, which is basically from my passport. This image which you see over here was taken from my passport issued by India government. So if you want to authenticate, ask them, bring this image. Okay folks, as you can see over here, we take a look at the sun from butterfly to a pure heart. It's giving the pure heart outlook, but the looks can be deceptive as it's turning into a big hole and it's going to unleash the coronal CMEs onto earth. As I see, when the 3i Atlas is going to pass through earth by the end week of September, I suspect and I have this intuition, and the activities which I see from sun and which I know from spiritual sense, by the last week of September, CMEs from sun will be unleashed on earth. So that's my prediction way ahead, as I keep giving all the time. Okay folks, this is my front yard view, and as you can see, my car parked here. I have a small scooty, and these people are the gentlemen entering from my the real estate management over here, where they belong. There, some of them are employees. They're visiting for some inspection in my house. I called them because there was some dampness on my common walls, and they wanted to see what's the cause of the dampness occurring. And I have my neighbor over here, which were basically also getting affected by the dampness. So as you can see, whenever I have a sighting outside of my house, I try to share with you. Otherwise, I'm not sighted out of my house for weeks. Yep, for at least 30-40 days I'll not be sighted outside. You can call it very mystic person, but I'm very spiritually attached. I don't get time for 5-10 minutes to come outside of my house. And when I do, I give you emails, I give you heads up that I'm going to be traveling or I'm going to do what not, so you're aware. And imposters of India all around my neighborhood, which are basically raping females here and there, can be put on check, because they grab everything and they rape females, and they do grab bounties and do a grand larceny all around. So I'm talking to these officials of this real estate management. As you're aware, Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India. My villa is 77 over here. As you can see, my front yard view. My car is parked in front, and my scooty I have. I don't drive my scooty much, not at all, but I do drive my car. This is my car, as you can see over here, the grey color car, and I'm outside right now. My gates are open, and I'm discussing some topic with them on my solar electricity and the bill they generate from electricity from their department. So I'm using all solar electricity for last 2.5 years, but specifically so for last 6 months I've cut off the electricity connection from the government or from real estate, and I'm only using pure solar energy. I'm not using at all any electricity from outer side, no grid. I'm using my own generated solar energy, and that's electricity bill which I'm given by them, and I'm still surprised that I've been highly tariffed on this bill. I don't know why this so much huge amount is while I'm using solar energy. So anyways folks, that's a past matter. It's a trivial matter. It doesn't matter to me. These are peanuts, because spiritual practice people love peace. They want to have discord of any sense, and as you know, I was out briefly for 20-30 minutes, and that's the time I could spare so to attend these people, or else I'm not sighted outside at all. So these people at the time, the officials from the real estate were leaving. I was just trying to explain them what's going around, some of my problems, some of my other issues, and just trying to give them heads up, what is going ahead with me and my solar electricity generation. So some glimpses of myself. Very rarely I'm seen around, and if I am, I just share with you so that you're aware. For 20-30 days, then I go in my burrow, sort of a burrow. Being a mystic person, spiritual person, I'm into myself. I live by myself, all alone. As you're aware of my x.com/sjsrana1, my profile over there on Twitter, x.com. you are aware of what I'm doing or what my thoughts are. I always share with the world community, and that's the only way I communicate with you. But other than that, I'm like a monk, spiritual life, for a reason that I don't want to share my life, my time with some person who is not spiritual, or who is having malign thoughts or malign intentions or malefic deeds, malefic karma, or malefic intentions around. Most of the females in India have been tarnished by the deep state terror, abusers of female, womenizers of deep state India. They are using the females of India as a sexual object of desire, of gratification, and they're tarnishing them day by day. By every day, they're turning them into a sort of prostitute. So once person is using, the other person will use, third person will use, so on and so forth. India is having the largest sex trafficking empire in India, folks. Just so that you're aware, they have $100 billion US dollar industry. They have over 150 million females or males together, which are traded daily, given door-to-door service, delivered to officials, to other people who are powerful in India, powerful predators like Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell empire. India has a huge Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell type empire. There are millions and millions of Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell type people, personality in India, who are trading these females, providing door-to-door service to high-end officials of India, government officials, and other people who are powerful predators who can throw money onto prostitution. Even male escorts of India are very high in number. India has the largest population of male escorts providing sex service, door-to-door service to India residents, to India houses. You can see after 4 p.m. every day after 4 p.m. IST, India Standard Time, India prostitution takes place, and male escorts and female escorts are delivered door to door for sexual gratification and raping females, or males raping females and females raping males, whatnot. It's all very popular in India, folks. India is high on sex trafficking now. They're in demand, and people want sex trafficking in India. There are over 1.7 billion population, and you can say 80% of the population is busy in sex trafficking, getting deliveries or delivering females or delivering males, male escort prostitutes of India delivered to the door of India females, and vice versa. So India is it's the largest sex trafficking hub in the world. It's becoming international now. US and Europe is delivering a lot of females to India for same purpose, secretly. Yep, and they will not say it, but they are delivering international females to India. India is becoming the central hub for sex trafficking, prostitution, and male escorts. Prostitutes of India are basically available day and night, and they are picking up deliveries. The most abundantly available visible Indian prostitutes in India, male escort prostitutes. They are most abundantly visible available people in India, and they are picking up most of the India prostitute females after 4 p.m. IST India Standard Time daily. And you can watch from sky, from drones, how a new person will enter the residence every day after 4 p.m. and they'll stay over the night. Male escorts will be going to the India females, and India female prostitutes escorts will be going to the houses of India males. You can watch from sky. Your drone service can reveal the India is the largest sex trafficking hub in the world now. Their GDP is based on sex trafficking and prostitution. If you take out India prostitution and sex trafficking, India GDP will be 10th or below 10th in number in the world ranking. But with the prostitution and sex trafficking, India GDP is outshining. It will surpass even Japan economy by 2030, as I project from my graphs, that India prostitution service and sex trafficking will basically have a major impact on India GDP growth. India can attain 10% GDP growth quarter to quarter and year by year if they continue with the sex trafficking services and prostitution services delivery door to door of India male prostitutes and India female prostitutes delivered door to door daily after 4 p.m. every day. So you can watch from sky, folks. So this is my 2 cents on India growth of GDP and how it's going to become the world leader in economic progression and providing World Bank with GDP growth unlike any other nation. Even China can compete with India with the GDP growth, with prostitution, sex trafficking, and male escort prostitutes of India most popular in the world. With France Olympics 2024, zero gold medal from India male prostitutes.
hear me?
Okay, folks, over here today, September 16th, I'm going to share with you this glimpse of my front yard view. This is from my CCTV. I caught it because I was in spiritual practice or busy in myself. I don't know what's going outside of my house. I don't have that time to spare. As you're aware, I live by myself all alone, and there are no other members who can watch over around. And I am basically just giving the CCTV for September 16, 2025. Time about 15:52 hours IST. Yeah, it's 1552 hours IST, India Standard Time. And as you can see over here, there are some folks gathering around. I don't know for what purpose. There's some persons sitting on a scooty and two other male seen around roaming in their 20s, roaming around. I don't know for what purpose. Also, my doorbell, I don't use my doorbell because I don't need it. And secondly, even if they do bang the doorbell, I will not be attending the door because I'm in spiritual practice. It will take me half an hour or 1 hour to approach my front gate. So I don't know what these guys are doing. These seems to be some rogue males in their 20s around doing some monkey business. Some monkey business is going over here, and they are basically trying to open my door. I have no clue what these people are. I have no idea. And for the first time, these rogue males are seen roaming around my house. Perhaps they are lost, or they want to visit some other unit over here, residence, but they are confused. I don't know, but it seems very spooky. And the way they are trying to lean on my front gate seems like as if I am their friend and they are my relative. This is the impression they're trying to give, that I am their relative. The way they're trying to hang around my front gate and door, and they try to open it as well. So anyways, folks, this is India. This is how people trespass. So if you don't have CCTV installed, then people can trespass into your house, and there are too many praying eyes. There are gangsters, mobsters, MS-13 type gangsters all around everywhere. Even this real estate is not spared by them. They can trespass into your house if they know that you are not in the house, and they can do all sort of funky business, monkey business, or some sort of malign things if they come to know that you are not there present in the house and you are living by yourself all alone. And sometimes deep state terror will instigate them as well. Okay, folks, this is another video, CCTV video of my residence, Villa 77, Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India. My residence since 2022, and as you can see, date is September 5th. Time is about 2:27. It is 1427 hours IST. Yeah, 1427 hours IST. As you can see, some guy, some chap here with the guard, and I can recollect, I can understand after talking, this guy belongs over here, 5-7 neighborhood residents from my house, past my house. And upon asking that why you standing here blocking my front gate entrance, he was standing on my front gate entrance, and I asked him like, why you standing here? He says, no, I'm just standing here to pick up some delivery. I said, what kind of delivery are you picking in front of my residence, my front yard? He says, no, I'm just standing here to pick up a delivery. then I'll go back to my residence. I said, why don't you go back to your residence and pick up the delivery? He says, no, I will do it the way I want it. He started arguing. I didn't like it. I was inside my house. I didn't even open the door because I was in spiritual practice. I don't want to come outside during that time. But he started arguing, and you can see he became ballistic. I have no idea why he had that aggression, why he became so violent. He said, no, I'm going to pick up the delivery over here, then I'll go back to my house. And he banged on my front doorbell. As you can see, he banged and he basically damaged my front doorbell. And he was hurling all kind of violence, abuses and whatnot. Because I was in spiritual practice, I don't become that agitated. Even this person can become violent. That's my spiritual practice. I tried to explain him that please leave my residence. Don't stand in front of my front yard gate. You are blocking my main gate. But he started arguing, and he grabbed 3 or 4 people and started giving misinformation, disinformation about me. But later he basically took the refuge under the tree, which is on the park, which is okay to me. I mean, I don't mind if somebody's sitting on the park, which is a common park, and they can take a refuge there. But don't stand in front of my gate, my main gate, blocking it, and start arguing with me, saying that this all belongs to me. He was arguing that this whole thing, all the road belongs to me. I can stand anywhere, anytime, and I can block any front door entrance over here. I was laughing with this guy. I don't know his name. Perhaps he seems like in 2020 it's like 22 years, 25 years of age, and I know he's a resident over here. He's a neighborhood 4 or 5 houses from here. My villa is 77. That villa could be 72 or 71. Then I guess you can see over here his dad approached to pacify his son that why you arguing over here? This is no place to argue. You are arguing in front door of a person who is inside, who is asking you just to leave. He's asking nothing more than you, but you are basically confronting him and becoming agitated that why you are trying to remove me from your front door. I'm not related. As you can see over here also, on September 5th, 16th, I shared with you these guys are gathering around in front of my main gate and blocking my main gate entrance. People over here in India have a tendency to trespass anywhere.